The holographic chamber flickered with the faces of 1,000 alien delegates, each representing civilizations that had thrived among the stars for millennia. Scarlet stood at the human podium, her wheelchair's anti-gravity suspensors humming softly in the council chamber's artificial atmosphere. Beside her, Witherspoon adjusted his neural interface headset, the device that allowed his mind to bypass his nonverbal autism and speak directly through synthesized voice. They had come to the Galactic Council as Earth's representatives, believing they were joining an enlightened community of spacefaring species. They were wrong. The motion stands, declared Zixither, the Valorian Chancellor, his crystalline body refracting light into cold rainbows. All member species must adhere to Galactic Standard Efficiency Protocol 7749. Citizens with cognitive or physical deviations below established parameters must be humanely transitioned. Scarlet's hands tightened on her armrests. The translator in her ear had stumbled over that last phrase, searching for a gentle euphemism. There wasn't one. They meant death. You're asking us to kill our people. Witherspoon's synthesized voice rang clear through the chamber. His fingers moved rapidly across his communication device. 23% of Earth's population would fall under your parameters. A rippling sound echoed through the chamber, the Traxian equivalent of dismissive laughter. We do not ask. Speaker Trax spoke through his breathing vents. We require. Resources in civilized space are allocated according to contribution metrics. You're disabled, as you call them, represent a statistical drain that violates collective efficiency standards. Scarlet looked at the sea of alien faces. Some appeared sympathetic, but their silence was damning. This wasn't a debate. This was an ultimatum wrapped in bureaucratic language. Let me tell you about contributions, Scarlet said, her voice steady despite her rage. Stephen Hawking, one of our greatest physicists, couldn't move or speak without assistance. John Nash, who revolutionized game theory, schizophrenic. Frida Kahlo, whose art defined a generation, spent her life in chronic pain. Temple Grandin, who transformed our agricultural industry, autistic. Anomalies, Zixither dismissed. Statistically irrelevant exceptions, no, Witherspoon countered. Examples of what you've systematically eliminated from your own gene pools. Patterns of thought and perception you've erased because they didn't fit your efficiency models. Scarlet pulled up a holographic display. 3 months ago, humanity solved your Korvax energy paradox, a problem your collective civilizations couldn't crack in 800 years. Do you know who solved it? The chamber fell silent. A 14-year-old autistic girl from Mumbai. She sees mathematical patterns none of your neurotypical scientists could perceive. Last month, a paralyzed veteran from our war zones designed the neural interface that's now revolutionizing your communications technology. Scarlet gestured to Witherspoon's headset. Like this one. And yesterday, a researcher with Down syndrome in our genetics lab made a breakthrough in cellular regeneration that your medical institutions are already trying to purchase. These are outliers. Trax began. No, Scarlet interrupted. These are our people, and you're asking us to murder them because they don't fit your narrow definition of useful. Zixither's crystalline face remained impassive. Then Earth will be expelled from the Galactic Council. You will lose access to trade routes, defensive pacts, and technological exchanges. Your species will be quarantined to your system, considered primitives unworthy of galactic society. The threat hung in the air like a blade. Every human official in the delegation looked to Scarlet and Witherspoon. Earth had fought for a century to earn this seat. To lose it now meant isolation, vulnerability, and technological stagnation. Witherspoon's fingers flew across his interface. You believe that's a threat? It is the gravest consequence we can impose, Zixither confirmed. Scarlet smiled then, and it was not a pleasant expression. Chancellor, you've misunderstood humans entirely. We didn't come here because we needed you. We came because we hoped you were better than us. We were wrong. She activated her console, pulling up Earth's formal response. Humanity hereby withdraws from the Galactic Council, effective immediately. We reject your efficiency protocols, your contribution metrics, and your entire philosophy of sentient worth. Shocked murmurs rippled through the alien delegations. You'll be alone, Trax warned. Vulnerable to hostile forces, deprived of technologies that could advance your species centuries. We've been alone before, Witherspoon replied. We've faced extinction, plague, war, and disaster. And every time, it was our inefficient population that saved us. The dreamers, the different thinkers, the ones who saw solutions invisible to everyone else. Scarlet leaned forward. You've optimized yourselves into stagnation. Your civilizations haven't produced a truly revolutionary idea in millennia. Because you've killed everyone who thought differently. You've created a galactic echo chamber where every problem is approached the same way, by the same kinds of minds, and you believe your small, isolated world can survive without us? Zixither asked. We know we can't survive with you, Scarlet said. Not if survival means abandoning the values that make us human. We'll take our chances in the dark. She initiated the withdrawal protocol. Across the galaxy, human diplomats were recalled, trade agreements dissolved, and embassy stations evacuated. This is irrational, Zixither declared. No, Witherspoon corrected. This is human. We don't abandon our people for convenience. We don't measure worth in production metrics. And we sure as hell don't kill the vulnerable because they're expensive to care for. Scarlet began guiding her wheelchair toward the exit. Humanity chooses compassion over efficiency, diversity over uniformity, and dignity over convenience. If that makes us primitives in your eyes, we'll wear that label proudly. As they left the chamber, the Galactic Council sat in stunned silence. For the first time in recorded history, a species had rejected membership not from weakness, but from principle. Behind them, a few delegates began quiet conversations. The Arconian observer leaned toward her neighbor. They're right, you know. We haven't had an original thought in centuries. But by then, the humans were gone, returning to their small blue world at the edge of galactic space. There, Scarlet and Witherspoon would report their decision, and humanity would continue its journey alone, imperfect and inefficient, but uncompromisingly human. In the darkness between stars, they would build their own path, and perhaps, someday, the galaxy would learn what humans had always known. Strength isn't found in uniformity, but in embracing every variation of existence, even the ones that don't fit the mold.